Welcome to the Origin Summer Preview with the Dice Tower. In this series, we look at recently released and upcoming games for summer 2014. And now, recorded live at Origins 2014, here's your host, Eric Summerer.
All right, welcome back to the Origin Summer Preview Show with the Dice Tower. We are here with TJ from TC. I got the first one right, I guess.
No, that's fine.
So that's good enough. It's TC from Dice Hate Me Games, and they're going to show us VivaJava, the coffee game, the dice game.
The dice game.
Irony is cool. Take it away.
All right, so this is VivaJava, the coffee game, the dice game, the newest game from Dice Hate Me Games for 2014. This is a game about making coffee blends. It's the smaller cousin to the larger game VivaJava.
Yep.
So in this one, it's for 2 to 4 players, and you're going to be making coffee blends. So you're going to use 5 dice in traditional dice game fashion to make coffee blend. So in this case we have 2 different blends that are out. We've got a rainbow blend and a featured blend. So you're racing to get to 21 performance points to get that awesome VivaJava Coffee Company promotion. The way that you get points is by making blends. So you have 5 dice that you'll roll and you'll place onto the featured blend depending on what you get. So in this case, a nice little poker blend of 3 of a kind in brown. So then you'll also have a rainbow blend that you might be able to make, which is any color. So it doesn't even have to be a straight rainbow. Okay. The other way that you score points is each of these is communal kind of research abilities. So everybody, as opposed to other dice games, there's basically tech trees or little tracks that you're moving along personally that go from a communal source of abilities. So the most common would be like reroll. That's same thing as like Yahtzee. You just reroll whatever dice you want. Yeah. But it goes along here, and when you get to the end of each of these tracks, there's a point total. So, for example, reroll. If you got to the end of that track, you'd score 3 points. And at the beginning, I always just like to write down what I'm getting, so I know what I'm hitting. So if I ever get to the end, cross off the coffee cup, I'm going to score those points, but I actually lose that ability when I do it. So
the points that you get for it are actually marked on this little thing to remind you, but it is good to write it down.
Yeah, I just write it down, especially because it's old school. You have your own pad of paper. You can do everything. So yeah, exactly. So, sample turn, basically the first thing you do is if you had a blend in front of you, you'd score it, but on the first turn, you might not have a blend. So, well, you won't have a blend. So you'll roll 5 dice. So in this case, roll 5 dice, see what you get. When you start, you don't have any abilities, so you just have to go with what you have. Now, in this case, I'll just go to research because I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, I get a 2 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, or 5 of a kind for a feature blend, and I can't do a rainbow, so this is a really, really weak blend because I can't even, it's a pair of yellow. So I'll do research. So in this case, I have an option. I put them in sets by their color, and I can use 2 white to move 2 ticks on the white track, 2 yellow to move 2 ticks on the yellow track, or 1 green. And if I had rolled a black, I could then take a flavor die instead. All right, so maybe I would take 2 white and I would cross them off here.
And this becomes part of your hand to roll next turn?
Yeah, if I would take that. So so I can only do one of those things. So if in this case, I'd take the 2 white, right? Okay. And now I'll pass it to the next person. But next turn, I can take that reroll action 1 time. And if you look, I don't know if you can see too far away, but each track has a 1 times level and a 2 times kind of level that you can get to. Yeah. And in that case, then you can do that ability twice. Okay. So you have all kinds of different abilities.
Once you reach that level, you can now do that once, and as you keep going, you can do it once. Once you reach here, though, now you can do that thing twice. Cool.
Exactly.
All right.
So every ability allows you to do that, and there's 5 different abilities, obviously, because they match up Each game is going to be different. This is the light coaster, so it's kind of like the introductory version. But let's say I got something that was a little more substantial and I wanted to do a blend, right? So let's say I got that.
Yikes.
Four of a kind in yellow. Pretty robust blend, I guess. So I want to make a feature blend. So I would put those dice onto the feature blend and slide it nearby.
To you.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm going to score 1 point just for making the blends. So anytime either it's a rainbow or a feature blend, you're going to score a point.
Okay.
So so now I'm trying to keep this as the best blend going around the table. So if it makes it back around to me at the beginning of my next turn, I'm going to score points for that blend. So in this case, if we were just playing 2-player, I mean, I'd have to go by you,
right.
But I would score the small amount of points, so it would be 2 points. But if we were playing with 3 or more, it would be 3 points. Okay. And I'd score that. And the cool thing is, not cool for me, but kind of the cool mechanic, I guess, is that then I have to degrade by 1.
Okay.
So now I have a choice. I can either let it ride, go around again, skip the rest of my turn, or I can roll these as research for my turn. Now, I need 5 beans to make a blend, so unless I have something else to help me, then I'm just rolling for research. Rainbow blend's kind of cool because it allows you to skirt that issue with feature blend. You keep it in front of you. You don't put any dice on it, and you will score those points and then still get to roll your dice as normal.
Wow. Okay.
So it makes it a little more powerful.
Yeah. So basically, we're looking at like poker variations, like pairs, 3 of a kind, full house for the blends.
Yeah, not even full house. It's like the simplest thing. It's like 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Okay.
So, and then with rainbow, it's like that straight or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And whoever gets to 21 points wins first. And the cool interaction, if you're playing with like flavor dice, allow you to roll more dice on your turn. So you could roll 10 dice and go like that. No, man, 2 wilds.
Now you're
okay. I've got I don't know what that is. That's really ridiculous. So yeah, but you can only use 5, so whatever. But it's 5 of a kind white.
That's cool.
But still, it's cool. And then when you're playing with more players, more than 2, because you wouldn't do this with 2 players, you can actually, on another player's turn, donate flavor to them.
Really?
You offer.
You get any points for that?
Exactly.
Okay.
You get some points for that. So if it was your turn, you're about to roll your dice, I could go, you know what, I'll help you out.
Hey,
Oh,
you really helped me out.
yeah, so in that case, you have the option of taking my dice and using them, but I get to put little tokens onto the dice.
Gotcha.
And we both get a point for, well, I'm not doing it well.
That's like, it's got a magnet inside of it or something.
But, yes, it's got big magnets. It's all natural earth magnets. Yes. But I would score 1 point for helping you, and you'd score 1 point for making the blend. Okay. And then when it comes back around, I'll score 2 points, you'll score 3 points. In most cases, I take 1, and in that case, but there's no risk for me really, because if you just take 1, I still get to keep the other one for my turn. So it's kind of just a little bit collaborative.
What are these cards here?
Now, I put out the cards here, and they're all facing me because that's good for the camera. We have a deck of cards that just give you all the abilities in there, what they do.
Okay.
So you can reference them, put them out for the first game. But once you're familiar, you can just keep those out.
So those just match these things here.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And on the back of this one is a wild token.
Wild.
And over here we got this pile of different abilities. So you can flip one over and start your game off randomly. So I have research. Boom. Oh, that's bad.
And that's what we call replayability, folks.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look, that one's even bad for you, but you get more points when you get to the end. Some of them are actually bad, and then when you get to the end, you get rid of them, and you want to get rid of them because you get points.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, TC. I appreciate it. This is VivaJava for all you budding baristas out there. Mm-hmm. So when's this release, or is it available?
We're here at Origins.
Yes.
We're promotional, so it's a little actual release, but the actual release will be early June, I think. I'm looking at Chris Kirkman, who's dicing me. Or early July, sorry. Not
early July.
Yeah, early June is now.
Early July. So. Okay, so look for early July. VivaJava, the dice game.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you join us for the rest of our summer preview videos. We'd like to thank Gamma and Origins for making these videos possible. And we hope that all of you have fun gaming. See you next time.